Police have arrested a suspect in the Manhattan murder of Unitedhealthcare CEO Brian Thompson after a nationwide manhunt.
26-year-old Luigi Mangione was picked up by police in Altoona, Pennsylvania. That's about 2 hours outside of Pittsburgh after being recognized at a McDonald's. And Mangione has been charged with second-degree murder. Let's bring in ABC senior investigative reporter Aaron Katersky, who joins us from Pennsylvania, along with ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmire. Good to see you guys. So, Aaron, we'll start with you. What more do we know about the suspect and these charges?
Luigi Mangione came from a privileged background, DeMarco. He's a prep school valedictorian, Ivy League graduate, and now accused murderer. He was picked up in Altoona, Pennsylvania, after someone at a McDonald's recognized him from surveillance images. Until that moment, I'm told police did not know who he was. They had not made an identification in the suspect, suspected of shooting to death Brian Thompson, the Unitedhealthcare CEO. So he was held overnight here at this Pennsylvania State Prison in Huntington, Pennsylvania, on local forgery and gun charges. But in New York, he is charged with murder and other crimes and awaiting extradition now.
Brian, I'm curious what the case looks like that authorities are building against Mangione.
So right now there are cases in two places. There's one in Pennsylvania with just what's called the basic gun charges that are holding him there. But in New York, there's a greater case of murder, possession of a weapon, and forgery as well. And they're looking at the various evidence, whether it be this document that he kind of wrote of his own motivations as to this killing, as well as how he got the gun, how he transported from one area to the next. So this is a sprawling investigation that can see a case in state court or potentially federal court in New York or the SDNY.
And you know, Aaron, Brian just talked about it. What more do we know about this handwritten document that police say Mangione had with him? And also, is there a possible motive at this point?
It isn't exactly decipherable, all of it, but it does indicate some animus with corporate America and with the healthcare system generally. It does, however, mention Unitedhealthcare by name. So there is a question as to whether the suspect Mangione ever encountered Unitedhealthcare. Was he denied coverage? His roommate said he had some kind of a back problem that sometimes left him in severe pain, and online police are looking at images he posted of a spinal x-ray and reviews he posted, books about back injuries. So they're trying to look at all of this to see if they can pinpoint a motive, which would also include what they found at the scene, those shell casings with the words defend, deny, depose, one word per bullet written in black Sharpie.
Let's shift gears to another important story that you both have been following as well. In an amended civil lawsuit, Jay-Z and Diddy have been accused of raping a 13-year-old girl. Jay-Z has denied the claims and says it's part of an extortion ploy. Combs' legal team has also denied the allegations. Aaron, what is this suit alleging?
This lawsuit was filed originally back in October against Shawn Combs as the only named defendant, but it said that he raped a then 13-year-old at an after party from the 2000 VMAs while celebrities A and B, unidentified, were there watching, and then celebrity A allegedly participated in the rape. And now the amended complaint names Sean Carter, Jay-Z, as celebrity A. Jay-Z has vehemently denied this, and his lawyer, Alex Spiro, just filed a letter with the court to say that Jay-Z would oppose her proceeding anonymously, as she's tried to do, and called for the immediate dismissal of the complaint otherwise.
And Brian, Jay-Z wants the accuser to reveal her identity. He actually filed a motion in court on Monday. Is it possible, and why?
So it's possible. Typically, lawsuits don't favor people filing claims as Jane Doe or John Doe. It's under the idea that you should be able to have the ability to face your accuser, build a defense for yourself. But in certain special circumstances, a person can remain as a Jane Doe or John Doe. Jay-Z is saying that those special circumstances don't exist here, and so that may be one way of trying to fight the case, both in terms of an investigation of his own and trying to defend himself. But there's also a bit of a less benign reason as to why he may do this as well, because we do see accusers drop lawsuits when forced to be able to name themselves, and so there's probably a hope that she'll either drop the lawsuit altogether or Jay-Z will have the opportunity to defend himself by knowing her name.
Is that because of intimidation?
That would be one way of interpreting it. I don't think his attorney is going to call it intimidation. It's probably going to say it's his rights, but it's a fair analysis to say, yeah, that is a form of intimidation.
All right, Brian Buckmire and Aaron Katersky, thank you both. We appreciate it.